guys, so the reviews are in, so drum roll please for the Rotten Tomato meter and how much number it is. It's 44%. Oh my god. That's incredible. Like that is nearly like unbelievable. And Disney thought that this movie is gonna be reaching and ranking in the millions. That's not good. That's not a good number at all. I'm not worried about the popcorn meter per se because these are just average audience members or whatnot, and they're just verified because they have an account with Rotten Tomatoes. But overall, it's 44%, and this is from coming from legit critics alone. Like, look for stars. Look at the Vanity Fair guys. They have these kind of critiques right here. Then you have another top critic from the Wall Street Journal. Then you have influencers like the Impulse Gamer. They have all their critiques, and you guys can really look it up. It's that insane. It was all because, dun dun dun, Rachel Zegler's stupid, idiotic mouth. And you guys can see how a narcissistic idiot like her tend to be like all this cutesy, all this young adult influencer, and how she wants to be a diva, how she just thinking that no one's gonna touch her, and thinking that Chris gonna love her and fans gonna stand around waiting for her outside her stage door, whatnot. Fans gonna love me, blah blah blah. I don't buy it. I really don't buy it. And speaking of Rachel Zegler, she's back in the spotlight once again. Like, oh my god, this girl doesn't know when to quit. She doesn't know when to give up, you guys. It's unbelievable. It just like nails on a chalkboard because she doesn't know when to quit. So, the New York Post just released this headline right now, and follow me to see what they say right now about her. Come on, follow me. So the headlines right here circle around Rachel Zegler saying Rachel Zegler leaves Gal Gadot out of Snow White tribute after rumors of tension. Family I came to care for deeply. And they're making this weird statement that how Rachel Zegler posted on her Instagram by showing her behind the scenes photos. And it says right here, in honor of the live action Disney remake hitting theaters, Zegler shared a photos from her time on set. However, the tribute didn't mention the evil queen herself, Gal Gadot, in any of the photos. Very suspicious. Ooh, you know. And it shows right here of her recent post that she put on Instagram saying, "This movie was a life-changing experience that has held about 4 years of my career. The growing up you do from the age of 20 when I was cast to 23, the age I am now, cannot be accurately described, yet they exist here on film forever. I became a real adult during the course of this film." Oh yeah, okay, sure. You're definitely an adult. You definitely learned a lot. Learned hard lessons, did hard things, laughed, cried during turn 21, lived across the ocean for my family, made new friends, and completely fell in love with this group of people I got to work with for 3 magical summers in London. We had the greatest crew in the world on this movie. It cannot be overstated. This movie dump doesn't even take into this fun of magic and the love that was shared throughout this process. But as Star Snow White is now in theaters, it is a huge chunk of my heart, and now it's yours. Hope you enjoy and feel the magic we were lucky enough to live each day. And remember, you're the one who can fill the world with sunshine. What the hell is she talking about? Like, seriously, like, what the hell is she talking about, really? She doesn't mention Gal Gadot or having Gal Gadot in any of her photos. Like, look at the behind the scenes, you guys. I'm showing you guys right now. Look at the behind the scene photos. We have a guy supposedly wearing her Snow White skirt or petticoat or whatnot. We see Rachel Zegler smirking with the headline of Snow White of the behind the scenes photo. We see her, hugging a dog, thinking that she's like Snow White, thinking that she's all cute or whatnot. And then, yeah, we just see her with the rest of the crew. I guess with Andrew Burnup, I guess that's where he is, and probably the rest of the crew members or whatnot. But no sign of Gal Gadot. Like, seriously, bring up politics into the film industry, it just does something. It does something to people. It just makes people, like, lose friendships, it takes away everything image, and that's what she did, unfortunately. You know? And from her to, like, go after Gal, not directly at her, it's still, like, causing tension between the two. And people notice these things, especially the time when they attended the Oscars, as you guys can see in this photo right here, right? Those two, they're not making eye contact, no communication, not even trying to make everything work with one another. And Gal did say that they're no longer friends. So it's totally obvious, that they don't want anything to do with one another. And Disney and the rest of the headquarters in Hollywood are saying, oh crap, these two are not getting along. We gotta do something. We gotta promote this movie. We're on the edge of our seats because these two are no longer friends. Like, what the hell? What now? What can we do? You know? And they're like pulling each of their hair out. They're all stressed. They just don't know what to do, right? And speaking of box office numbers, let's see how much money they're actually making right now, because it's gonna be insane, you guys. So follow me. Let's see how much money they actually make. Follow me. So Deadline just released this statement of how much money Snow White just made, and by far they made only $45 million comparison to Dumbo, and that is the lowest of the low. Oh my god, that's really low for Disney. And this is not a joking matter, guys. This is not a laughing matter. And I'm telling you right now, like, holy crap. Disney thought that they were, like, making the money of the dough or whatnot. They think that they're going to bring the whole fan base back together. Apparently not. Of course not. This is not that much money, Disney. I'm sorry. They didn't even try. That's, like, shockingly low. All because you had to have this Rachel Zegler person ruin the image. Especially when she posted this, you guys. Or this, right? How she decided to post this on her social media. And this is your Snow White, you guys. This is your Snow White. And she posted right here. You guys can read it from here. How, how the world is becoming, how, like, she's afraid of who her friends are. And Disney tried their best to pull her down by telling her, look, go on, you're like, shut the F up. Like, stop it, you're ruining her image. But does she stop? No. No. Unfortunately not. This is on her and also Disney. That's why they fall flat. And like you said, Rachel, it's Hollywood, baby. So get used to it. Like, get used to all the fandom and all the critics alike, because they don't like your stupid behind. They really don't. So like you said, Rachel, it's Hollywood, baby. You're a laughing stock. Good luck having fans waiting outside your stage door when you do Evita and Broadway at the London theater or whatnot. Good luck. Like, break a leg. You really need it. Like, seriously. Like, she just is going to be the last person you ever see, you guys. Because she is going to, by far, not be able to be in the Hollywood spotlight whatsoever. And I'm being honest. This is probably her last movie, her big career in the film industry. Because she doesn't know when to keep quiet. She doesn't know when to hold her tongue. It's just that she's unbearable to work with. She's probably hard to work with at all, period. She could play all this cutesy, this whole, beautiful young girl, like how she thinks that no one can touch her. Yeah, people can control you. Your family can tell you to keep quiet, but you're still the spoiled brat. That's for sure. And this whole thing with Snow White, this movie is already bombing as it is. With the whole thing with Rachel Zegler and the feud between her and Gal Gadot. Not to mention how the little people have been discouraged and being erased from the image of being the seven dwarves. How Peter Dinklage had to open his own mouth saying that little people should not be working. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, that's totally discriminatory for anyone that wants to be in the film industry. So how dare he to do something like that to the little people. And I really want to say that I'm sorry to the little people that, don't have the opportunity to work. I'll be happy to hire anyone to be participating in this kind of, like, film industry, because you guys are awesome. You don't have to be play the Seven Dwarfs, because you can do so many other things besides Snow White. You can be lawyers, you can be so many other things in life. So you can like fulfill your destiny. So do what you can do. Don't listen to Peter Dinklage. Don't listen to anyone in Hollywood, because those people don't speak for you. You know, I don't want to speak for you because you have your own mindset, and I'm proud of you for you protesting Disney and how you want to speak your behalf, how you feel about the film industry. So I'm proud of you. You know, for all the little people, keep it up, okay? Especially those who are in disability group, like I am in that category, because I'm on the spectrum as well. So I am proud of you guys. So let's like take a stand. Let's stand strong and be as one. Because this is too much. You know what I mean? So thank you guys again for protesting and doing the right thing, you guys. All right. But overall, I just feel like Snow White is definitely gonna like flop. It already is. Not all fans are appreciating it. Everyone knows how Rachel Zegler's true colors are. How she's this stuck up, wannabe diva. How she decided to be a 360 by worshiping the idol of the former actress in the 1937 Snow White. Like doing her hairstyle, trying to do this whole black and white photo shoot, thinking that she's, the lead actress. She's just a critic. She's just her own hypocrite of how she wants to portray this, thing she idolized the actress. She's not. She's just doing it for fans. She's just doing it for the photos, She's just doing it for the press. That's all, you guys. But other than that, you guys, what do you guys think? Comment below what your thoughts about how Snow White flopped really easily in the box office and so much other things throughout the comment section. Alright, you guys? If you guys really enjoyed this video, to like, share, and subscribe. And hopefully you guys, hopefully you guys see you in the next video, alright? Love you guys, okay? And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to be part of my Hellfire Club. And of course as well, don't forget to follow me on my social media platforms. And of course as well, don't forget to subscribe to my husband, Kyle Kenny. Alright, guys? Love you, Kylie. So this is your Hellfire leader, Maggie Negan, the Walking Dead Finger 27 signing off. See you guys next video. Love you, Kylie. Peace out.